Okay, and we're finishing up here. So let's go ahead and submit our answer. I've put all the points just where we had talked about. And we are good with that. So it's real important to use that perpendicular slope to help us get each of the shapes or points where it needs to be. All right, next one. Rotate a figure about the origin, guided. So we're going around 0, 0. Follow the guided instruction below to rotate the figure 180 degrees counterclockwise. About the origin, draw a circle centered at the center of rotation such that one of the vertices or corners of the figure is on the circle. So notice how when I go to the yellow dot, it changes to a hand. Then the circle is created. I reach out until I get to one of the vertices. It doesn't matter which one, you just have to make sure it's on it. So it's on it there, I'll use that one. Then the directions change. Click and drag to draw a line through the yellow center and the vertex on the circle. So I like to start here at the vertices or the corner, and I draw a line through the yellow. Next one is now draw a line through the yellow center that is perpendicular to the line that you just drew. Do you remember the trick I said for perpendicular? We flip the slope and change the sign. So I need the slope of this line right here, so I need to find where it hits the grid at. No, 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 no. So it only hits at the edge here. So let's take a look at what the slope is there. So I'll see how I do on this one this time. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I went up 2 and over 5 here. So now I'm going to, so the slope of that green line, rise over run. The slope of that green line was I went up 2, the rise was 2, and the run was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 over 5. Now I need the slope of the perpendicular. Do you remember what I said? We flip it and change the sign. So if I flip this fraction, we do it in 2 stages. It becomes 5 over 2, and we change the sign. This one's positive, so the sign changes to negative. So let's see, I'll go ahead and try changing my color here. From my point, my center, and remember, I can go, this is equal to 5 over negative 2. That negative sign can go either top or bottom, wherever we need to. So I like this one right here because I'm just going to go down on it. I'm going to go down on it 5 first. So rise over run, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the negative direction, 2 in the positive. 1, 2. So there's my new slope triangle. So next, we're going to go ahead and try to connect this point with the origin. And if you do it right, it looks like a perfect kind of cross. Then it says rotate the figure 180 degrees counterclockwise. So rotate it 180 degrees counterclockwise. So that's to the other side here. Then we just want to be careful that we match each point, fill out the corresponding points. So negative 4, negative 7, negative 4, negative 7, negative 7, I'll do green this time, negative 7, negative 4, that's this one right here. Where did that go? So it rotated all the way around, and then now it's this one right here. So that turns into 7, 4. That turns into 7, 4. And if you're not sure, you can always animate it, and it should link right there together. So that's the one I was thinking about. And maybe you missed it. You can follow it with your cursor. There it is right there. You can also try values. If you're not sure, try the values, and it'll just lock in the one that's right, and it will open up any ones that are still wrong. So that's how we would do this one, and we would continue on with that same style. I'll go ahead and do one more. So let's do this point right here in yellow. So that point right there gets rotated around, and then it lands right here. So the yellow point is a -8, -3. That's this one right here. -8, -3 changes into 8, 3. It changes into 8, 3. And looks like we got that one right. I'll leave the last one for you. Last problem on this set. Rotate a figure around any point. Any point. So let's go ahead and clear off some of this stuff. And the idea is exactly the same with rise and run and our slopes, but they're taking us through it, so that's good. So follow the guided instructions below to rotate the figure 270 degrees counterclockwise around the point 2, -2. All right, draw a circle centered at the center of rotation such that one of the vertices or corners is on the circle. So there it is. I've hit that corner right there. Click and draw a line through the yellow circle. So draw a line through the yellow circle. I like touching each point. I touch that point, click and drag, touch that point. Now draw a line through the yellow center that is perpendicular to the line you just drew. All right, perpendicular. Here's where we got to kind of be careful about it. So I need the slope of this line. I'll use this point and this point here. So M1, or the line that I'm focused on, is rise over run. I like rewriting my formula. It kind of helps each time. For this one, rise is 1, 2, 3, 4. I rose 4 in the positive direction, divided by, and I went 1 to the right, 1 to the right. Also, if you get kind of lost with the negatives sometimes, just sort of know this goes uphill from left to right, so it links together that the slope should be positive. Now let's take a look at the perpendicular. Do you remember what I said to think of when they say perpendicular? We flip it 1/4, and we change the sign. So I like just putting it up on top since we're thinking about rise and run here. And remember, it can go on top or on bottom depending on what kind of best suits us. And once again, on top is rise, on bottom is run. All right, I'll go ahead and change the color here. So I'll go ahead and just start from our center of rotation, and let's go ahead and use this one this time. So I rise +1, and I run -4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what I got. So remember, that would be to the left. That's left, because it's in the negative direction. That's left. And that's up, because that's positive. A positive rise is up. A negative run is left. So up 1, left 4. Check. So then I'll go ahead and connect these. Looks like that's my point right there. It wants me to draw the line. You got it, dude. So I start on my point, and then I'll match with the center. And then, like I said, it links together with that perfect X. Rotate the figure 270 degrees counterclockwise. So that's opposite the way a clock would go. So it goes this way. There's 90, 180, and 270. And then I'll just go ahead and do one of these. So let's do the first one right here. 3, 2, 3, 2. That's the one on the line of rotation. Just sort of remember, though, you can always animate it and it will lock in so you can kind of follow it. It's that one. So 3, 2 becomes X is 6, y is -3. And then let's just check our work on this one. And we've gotten that one right.